Okay, so hello and welcome back. I thought I'd start a new series on my channel where I review um, battles which you guys are proud of. So I've got Andy's replay here. He had a pretty good replay in his Progetto 46. So he wanted to know my thoughts on it. So I thought instead of telling him in person, I'd make a video out of it. So yeah, here we go. Now he's using the Progetto 46. Don't ask me why he was zoomed in so much at the start. I'll explain that later. But yeah, anyway, he's gonna make a normal play at the start of this battle, and it's gonna be heading up to about here, which is probably what I would do in this tank as well. I haven't played this tank in about a year or so, but it's actually a really good tank with everything other than the armor. Now, my only qualm here is that he didn't knock down these trees. It doesn't really affect anything this game, but because you can see they're all in a row, so just drive up and just knock them all over as you come along, and what that'll do is it'll shield you from lights over there, shield you from anyone popping up over there, and also the inevitable push of the enemy tanks coming down the what's it called, the castle. I mean, it's nothing big, but you know, it can save you some hit points if you do that. But anyway, he's gotten up to this point. And he's doing what most people would do, and he's waiting for tanks to get spotted. Bit of bad marksmanship on that last shot, but I'll explain it a little bit later on. Again, it's the same reason as to why he was so zoomed in at the start of the game. Now, the Progetto itself is so, good. I just can't get over it, even the gun handling, everything. The reloading, the first shell isn't even that long to reload. Now he's gonna get shots on these guys. I don't know why their ball stickers over there. Okay, he really should be aiming a little bit ahead of these tanks there. I can't justify this, but I'll talk about it now, I guess. So he has issues with the performance of his computer, right? So he blames it on his FPS, which is understandable, I suppose. I play with a pretty good PC, so I don't actually experience any of this, at least not anymore. Okay, so he's probably going to get spotted here, actually. Yeah. I prefer to sit behind the bush instead of through it, you know, myself. And honestly, look at the firepower of this tank. It just reloads its shells like it's nothing. It's just ridiculously overpowered. Now at this point in the game, the enemy have made the inevitable push down the one line here, because none of our team went that way, right? And the EVA 90 is currently finishing off whatever we had sitting over there, 292. So right now their team thinks that they have that side won, so they're feeling pretty safe. The man is going to push down a bit. I probably would have reversed, but he turned around and drove off pretty quickly. And Andy's going to make a bit of a play down to the K line here to counter that EVA 90. I think that's a pretty good idea. So for all the enemy knows, Andy's going to come back up here, go that way, but he's actually going to go the other way and get rid of this EVA 90 eventually, which is by no means a bad play. This is a very mobile tank, so even if he gets into a bit of trouble, you can still get out of it. Okay, the hit was understandable there, because it's just such a tiny tank the EVA 90 is. Okay, so he's reversing up now, presumably to wait till he's unspotted. He does start moving a bit early there though. But anyway, there's a Object 274A. I would be surprised if the enemy actually knew that he was coming back this way at this point, which is pretty good. It's always good to keep your enemy guessing as to where you are. Okay, there's an AMX M4. In my experience, he should push forward pretty soon. Yeah, there he goes. And then Andy should be able to dump a clip into him. Oh, he gets an MREC, okay. Alright, so it's about 4 minutes into this battle, and he's already racked up 2800 damage, which is already a really good game. Well, you know, a decent game, right? But he's still got a little bit more left in him. He's got a full clip loaded again, and he's now found the Object 704. He takes a hit there. He does have the hit points, so was a good trade in my opinion. He got, what, 500 damage and received 300, so I mean, it's a fair trade, it's alright. Now, we have a 2748 from our team coming to support, so that's good. It allows Andy to be a bit more aggressive himself, since he knows he has the backup. Now, I would be a bit dubious poking here. He isn't getting spotted as he comes up here, so he is making the right play here. Now, he can finish off this 2748. He's honestly not paying much attention. At the start of this battle, there was a bit of a miracle where the entirety of the enemy team got spotted. You don't see that very often. I can't remember if that was because of a suicide scout or what, but that's just how it was. So we knew where everyone was going at the start. Okay, so he's moving down to the castle here, and he's going to try and get some shots on these all these tanks sitting up here. He has a perfect angle on them. They're probably all currently focused on the defender and also whoever's coming this way. I doubt they'll be looking behind them. There you go. He's looking the other way. Okay, all is zooming out that he's doing instead of just, you know, clicking in and out. That is because he gets low frame rates as he goes into bushes or looks through them. It does fix it, so maybe if you have the same issues you can pick up on that as well. And undoubtedly Andy's probably a bit limited by that. He is improving like rather rapidly in this game, so stats wise and all that. Okay, should be able to finish this guy off. Nice. There was a bit of a risk of a low roll there, so I would prepare to fall back on that last shot, but it all worked out fine. Okay, so he's up to 5k and he's got some pretty good shots here. Now the level 40 probably noticed him, but in my mind he's probably a bit more preoccupied with the object 274A, right? Alright, so level 40 ton is going around and he's basically dead. Looking for shots in that Boresk, but someone else does it, and he finds the artillery. You know, a bit of a dream there. You know, it's always nice to finish off the artillery. That pain in the ass. Right, unfortunately, he's not going to get his assistance mission done, which can be done quite easily in this tank, but I believe Andy was more going for damage here, so that's alright. Okay, bit of a heartbreak here. He doesn't get the kill, gets stolen by the Eva 90, I'm assuming. You can see his rage in the chat there. But yeah, anyway, that was actually a really good game. If you guys have replays that you're happy with or proud of, feel free to send a link to me. You can upload them to what replays. It's a website. Send a link and I'll have a look and maybe I'll, you know, give my thoughts on it. Since they're going to be good games, there's probably not a lot that you're going to do wrong. But I'll give my opinion on what I would have done. Little things like knocking down those bushes at the start of the game, just refinements, right? Doing what I would have done instead might not have gotten you a better result. In fact, it may have gotten you a worse one. Just because that's how the battle turned out. So yeah, I'll be learning from you guys as well while this is happening, and hopefully you guys can learn from what I say. So yeah. Anyway, so 5.8k in a tier 8 tank is absolutely incredible. So well done Andy, I suppose. And I will see you guys in the next video.